Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showcasing one of my personal projects which is UI UX design that I learned from a company called Build With Angga. In this video, I hope I can showcase my basic understanding of UI UX skill as well as demonstrate my UI UX skills. There will be 7 steps throughout the entire project and I hope you enjoy. So the first step is to read the brief. The application name is called Mony as it rhymes with money. The background information is that it's stating that Mony is an application for finance industry. The app description is stating that it is an e-wallet service to pay for bills and everyday transactions through QR code or the application itself. The user can top up the e-wallet through the bank. So visual style is important in my opinion for the UI UX designer is because we need to understand what kind of feel or what kind of vibe that the client is aiming for. So for example, this is what the client wants, and when we open it,
what the client is aiming for. We are not copying it at all, we're just gathering it for the inspiration for our own application. And if we go back to the reading brief section, we can continue by viewing the content detail. So the app name is Mony, and the objective is to provide convenience to pay bills and everyday activities. We can also top up, show payment options, and using QR code or menu selection. Other features include viewing past transactions, two payment methods, and also topping up through the bank.
so the second step is to design the user flow of the system. So from the user brief, we can gather some of the required features in the system. Let's say, of course, that we need to register an account, log in, viewing past transactions, topping up, and conducting transaction. I'm designing the user flow in a software called Whimsical because it's very user friendly. And let's take a look at an example of a user flow. Let's say the register account. So first, this is the sign up screen. The purple box is stating for the screen. And then the brown oval, not brown, gray oval is indicating the input received from the users. And the diamond brown is an if statement. If it is yes, we proceed. If it is no, we need to repeat, something like that. So in the sign up screen, the user will need to fill in their personal data, let's say name, age, birthday, probably what do you spend most on, something like that. And then of course, there's a unique key, let's say the email or username, and then we need to verify whether that email is unique. If it is unique, it means it's available. We go to the next screen. So we enter the phone number and then it's an input. So the user will enter the phone number and they will receive a verification code in their SMS. If it's okay, if it's correct, we proceed. If it's no, we repeat. After filling in, they will fill the verification code and then eventually they will land in the login screen. So in the login screen, uh, they will enter the email and password that they have created over here. If it is correct, they're allowed to enter the home screen. If it's not, they will need to return back. Likewise, with all the remaining three three actions. And the next one we can take a look is the wireframe. So wireframe is
So the wireframe is used for a lo-fi design for the application. This will not be the final product of the system. The main function is just to give a gist or an idea to the client. What is the structure, what is the layout, what is the formatting of the application that the designer has in plan. Alright, so let's take a look. For example, we have the splash screen, the onboarding screen 2, screen 3, where the user can on board to the application itself. So let's go to the next one, which is sign up screen. There will be a picture, a heading, input boxes, buttons, and links. Likewise for the phone number screen, for the verification code, as well as the login. Next, we can go to the home screen where there's the balance, which is 1 million rupiah, which is about $80 US dollars. And there are several payment lists that the user can pay with. Let's say they pay for internet, phone, and etc. This is the transaction history, how it would look like, topping up with nominals provided and checking out. And an example that I show here is for the mobile data. They can top up directly to their phone number.
Okay, so for step 4, we're doing what we call Moodboard. So Moodboard is basically UI UX designers looking at some other designers' design of the project, in this case an e-wallet, and then we're gathering inspiration from it. We're not copying at all, we're just gathering inspiration from it. By the way, I'll be using Figma as my UI tool as well, and for the mood board, I'll be gathering it from Dribble. So basically what I did was just I type e-wallet, and then from the results, what interests me, I will copy and paste to the Figma application itself. So let's go to step number 5, which is style guide. Style guide, as the name suggests, is a guide for me, the UI UX designer, to design the system. So for example, we have, let's say, fonts. So in this case, this app will be using Poppins from Google Font. And let's say we set heading 1 to be semi-bold and 30px and etc. And this is to ensure consistency throughout the screens. In my case, since this is just a case study, probably it's just like around 20 to maybe 40 screens. But in a real working application, there'll be like hundreds or even 200 screen. And ensuring consistency from screen 1 to screen 200 is very important. Likewise, with the colors, I've divided into 3, which are primary colors, secondary colors, as well as text colors. And that's it. Actually, we can include more such as icons if there's a graphic designer designing specific icons or illustrations or buttons. So let's go to the step 6. So the 6th step will be the design itself, the visuals design. So I've designed generally most of the features inside this application. Let's say we have the onboarding process, we have the sign up, we have the entering phone number, verifying phone number, logging in. I also included the home screen, the history last month, notifications, blocks, and profile. And then let's say we're topping up an account, the e-wallet account from our bank. We have the money account, the nominals, and then what will it look like, the checkout, the success, and everything. So let's move on to the 7th step, which is the prototype to see how will it look like in a real phone. So the final step is called prototyping, and I will show you how the app look like in a real phone. So let's begin. So we can drag the onboarding processes. We can enter the name, the details, and everything. We can enter the phone number, and then the verification of the phone number that is sent to the SMS. And then we can log in. Okay. And let's say we are trying to top up money to the bank, from the bank to the app. Okay, let's say 150,000. And then we continue. And then the payment method will be shown. Oh, I think it's loading. Okay. And then we can check out. Yeah. And then this concludes the prototype section as one of the action which is topping up from the bank to the wallet is completed. That's it for the whole entire UI UX design process. Through this project, I learned more about UI UX necessary skills such as understanding the brief, designing, wireframing, creating user flow, prototyping, and I believe that in the future, the designs that I will make is able to solve the client's requirement or the pain point of the target audience. I hope that you guys can learn something from it and have a nice day. Thank you for watching.